Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we're going to be talking about 7 new builds to try in 7.30. These are builds that are not only a ton of fun to play, that make the game a lot more invigorating, but also are very legit and are going to help you win MMR. So let's get into it. But yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for this patch as much as I am. It's been a blast so far, you know, just being able to try out new builds, new heroes, just new ideas in general, and I'm excited to share them with you. But on that note, if you guys could like the video and subscribe so we continue to provide you with, you know, cool content like this. I'll also be talking about the best safe laners, off laners, mid laners, supports, and so on, so you guys are up to date on the new meta and what you need to know. And lastly, but also importantly, there's currently a 50% off sale going on for gameleap right now. All the patch videos you see here on YouTube are not all that we create. In fact, I'm creating 3 videos for the website that you can view for 50% off right now. If you click the link at the top of the description, it will just automatically apply it for you. The 3 videos I'm making are a Topson Clinkz video. I'm going to go into depth about how he's playing this new hero. Well, at least a new version of the hero. It's not actually a new hero. Tinker, I'm just going to make a full course on how I think you can play Tinker, the different builds you can go. I kind of cover it in this video, but I want to go more into depth there. And then finally, the new Pudge. It's a different hero with the changes that they've made. I want to talk about how you need to orient yourself in a match to optimize efficiency and abuse the fact that Hook now one-shots creeps, which is, you know, it makes him a lot more like a Mirana, less like a Pudge. And yeah, hope to see you guys there. Click the link, top of the description. It will automatically apply the code SUMMER for you. If it doesn't, the code is SUMMER. But yeah, I'll see you guys there, and let's get into the video. Alright, so getting into the first hero of the patch is the most changed hero of 7.30, and that is Tinker. Tinker was wildly changed. He has a new ability, Keen Convoyance, which completely eliminates the need for bots. You definitely don't buy bots anymore on this hero, which is crazy because Tinker's biggest weakness previously was the fact that this hero had to spend 15 to 20 minutes farming up a bots and a blink. Now you don't have to do that at all, and that's obviously a massive deal. And so here's what you can do instead. I would like to quickly preface this though with, like, the hero has a very low win rate right now, but don't feel like, oh, it's a low win rate, it's bad. That's because a bunch of people who've never played Tinker in their lives or have like 10 Tinker games are playing a ton of Tinker, right? And they're playing it with like builds and skills they don't even really know what do, at least to their max potential. And so like a win rate of a hero that gets changed this much naturally will be much lower. It's like Dawnbreaker when she first came out. That hero is definitely solid. It's definitely not some 30% win rate hero, but you get the point. All right, so here's the build. You go your standard mid lane. You can also go position 4. I'm going to talk about the mid lane build for now. I've been watching a bit of a 9K MMR Tinker my friend suggested, and he went Bottle, Null Talisman. I think he bought a wand in his game for a specific lane matchup, but you don't have to go that if there's no good wand matchups. Then into a Soul Ring, and then into straight Blink. So yes, you heard that right. No boots. Bottle, Null, Soul Ring. You can maybe go 2 Nulls. I think it's okay. But yeah, so this is the item build. And then you rush a Blink, because Keen Convoyance just brings you around the map. Right? It just straight up brings you around the map. And yeah, Laser is your farming ability. So basically the skill build that he went in his mid lane game is he went 4-4-0. No points in the E. I will say that I think taking a point in your E and having 100 damage block is legit for the laning stage and can be good for trading. So keep that in mind. But if you just want to focus on nuking people from the trees and, you know, moving around the map with your Blink Rush, then having your nukes maxed out is definitely better. And that's what he did. He just straight up rushed a Blink. Then he went into the Axe, right? So he just kind of chilled from the side, used the new very strong laser, and just spammed nukes. And that's kind of what this hero does right now. I will say that I'm probably going to make like an updated video at some point on just crazy Tinker builds, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of variations. But for now, I recommend if you're looking to play this hero, just to stick with what I told you. Coming in at number 2 on the list is Maelstrom Clinkz. As I said, I'm going to make a video on the website about this. I definitely think Clinkz is in a weird spot. But the main thing to note about this new Clinkz is it's a farming hero. Yes, you heard me right, it's a farming hero. Do not try to gank nearly as much with Clinkz. Can you? Of course. But you want to focus primarily on sieging mid-tower, shoving mid-wave, and killing the nearby neutral camps. The reason being is your new ability, Burning Barrage, on a 16-second cooldown, kills creep waves, especially when you get a Maelstrom. And that's the build you'll be going. You want to rush a Maelstrom. You can go Treads, you can go Blightstone, right? The Blightstone does work on the creep waves. But when you have a Maelstrom, you will consistently one-shot creep waves on a 16-second cooldown, which is quite legit, right? That's pretty freaking solid. And so yeah, you eat up neutral camps with your Death Pact, you one-shot creep waves. As you can see, you farm very quickly. Like, Clinkz is just a solid farmer now with how this build works. And therefore, that's how you should think about the hero. You want to get a Maelstrom, you want to get a BKB, you can maybe buy a Deso. I think Thompson has been going Scotty, but once again, the full guide will be on the website. And yeah, definitely potential here. Kind of weird, but definitely potential. Next up is maybe my favorite carry and maybe the best carry of the patch, and that is Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter's new Flak talent is really good. And you might be like, Speed, are you talking about the 300 range on Flak? I'm not. But at level 10, you do get 300 bonus Flak range. The thing is, they nerfed Flak range, right? The amount of range you can hit someone when you attack anything with Flak. That was nerfed, but you have a talent that then makes you be slightly better than what it was in the past. So you take that talent at 10, and then most importantly, you take your new level 15 talent, which is the best part. You take your new level 15 talent, which is +2 Flak attacks, and you do the stats gyro build that has become very popular as of late. And what that is you go Dragonlance, Treads. A lot of people are just going Ag Satanic or Ag BKB still. I honestly think that there's some, maybe some points to argue that people could go like Mage Slayer, which sounds really weird, but I think that could be okay. Like Dragonlance Mage Slayer, Dragonlance Crystallis, Dragonlance Blade Mail, anything that just kind of gives you some raw damage in the early game. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of the concept of the Mage Slayer. I think it's weird, but maybe there's some, there's some legitimacy to that. It's kind of a new interesting item. But yeah, that's something to consider. And yeah, you just right-click people. You take stats, no points in Rocket Barrage, 1 point in Homing Missile, and you max out your Flak. Some people actually skip ulti. I don't recommend skipping ulti. I think you take your ulti at 6. Definitely think it's worth it. And yeah, let's get into the next hero, which is Pudge Jungle. It's fun, guys. It's fun. Trust me. I know. You kind of want to play him more as like a 4 jungler, okay? Do I think you can full-time jungle on this hero and make it work? I do. I do think you could. I genuinely do. I think it's better to occasionally hook a range creep, get a little bit of farm that way, secure your offlaner like a decent start, and then like hook the large camp, right? Or go into the jungle, hook a large camp. And it's something to consider. I know I'm griefing your pups. I know there's gonna be a bunch of comments like, Speed, how dare you? You've screwed us once again. I'm here to talk about new fun builds that have potential. This build absolutely has potential. I know Pudge is a meme, but Pudge is not even a low win rate hero in pubs. The hero is actually very, very good at defending towers and high ground due to hook, and it scales well, which is definitely a good sign of a pub hero, and so, like, I think it's legit. Next up on the list is Bounty Hunter. Honestly, Bounty Hunter just feels very annoying right now with how they changed the shuriken toss. So if you don't know what they did, they lowered the cooldown, they lowered the damage, but they also significantly lowered the mana cost. And when you max out Shuriken Toss, which generally is what people are doing right now, not always, a lot of people are just still maxing out Janata, not surprisingly, but if you max out your Shuriken Toss, you also get bonus cast range, which is super convenient in the early game. It's a big deal, and it really allows you to stay in position, and so yeah, it's super nice. One thing to consider as well is if you buy Scepter, which is kind of a meme, but if you do buy Scepter, it also increases the cast range. So you can throw Shurikens around, like literally like crazy. It's insane how many Shurikens you can just actually throw. On top of that, the main thing I would say to consider is the fact that when you track someone now, it also causes Shuriken Toss to deal extra damage. Not only does it cause you to crit on your normal attacks like it has in the past, that's still a thing, right? It also works on the Shurikens now. So as you can see, there's definitely some legitimacy to maxing out your Shuriken Toss first and just spamming it on your opponent over and over and over again, and it will crit for a bonus 40% damage, which in the early game is 80 extra damage, which is quite a lot, right? It really adds up, and it's on a 5-second cooldown, so definitely a lot of potential here. I think this hero is primarily an offlaner, and I think you should consider playing it as that or a position 4. In terms of the item build, honestly, there's so many routes you can go on this hero. I don't want to like limit you guys to anything. If you're just looking for kind of a way to go, a simple way to play the hero, I think Orb of Venom boots, your standard with a wand. Then if you're going to max out Janata, go Phase. Tranquils are okay if you're maxing Janata as well, if you just want to stay on the map. You can pick up a Windlace if you're maxing out Janata as well, just make sure you can kite in and out. Movement speed is the name of the game. On that note, you can also buy drums, so I had a teammate buy drums bots. Don't like the bots at all. Definitely don't recommend bots whatsoever. But the drums, I think it's a good item. It's a high stat item, it's a nice item, good for team fighting, gives Bounty Hunter more of a purpose. Also lets him move around the map very quickly, so that item's solid. Then you can buy an Orb of Corrosion, and typically you're just going to follow that up with a bunch of tank items plus your shard, your hoods, your vanguard, and then your shard, something along those lines. And last, but certainly not least, the hero I'm very on the fence about, I had a full argument on my stream with a chat member about Beastmaster. I know people are hyping up this new Helm of Overlord. I am personally not impressed by the changes. Now, what I will say is I've seen it in game. It looks okay. It does make your slots very convenient. Obviously, not having to buy an ultimate orb to buy Helm of the Overlord is cool on Beastmaster because it was a very inconvenient build-up in the past. Vlad's and Helmdom is a much more natural build-up. But the thing is, it's still 1,000 gold recipe, and it still just gives you an Ancient Creep, right? It's just one Ancient Creep for 6,000 gold. And I'm not going to say Helmdom and Vlad's is a bad item. They're good items on Beastmaster. The thing is, Beastmaster didn't really get buffed. The hero didn't inherently get buffed. The only thing that really got buffed about this hero is just this item. And so people are arguing to me it's so good, but it's like, Vlad's was an item in the past. It's not like you could have, it's not like Vlad's got buffed. Vlad's is the same item. Helmdom is like the same item. Helm of the Overlord, I know it got changed, but it's not that crazy good. So I really don't understand why people are saying this is that broken, but I do think it's absolutely a build to try. It's something I am 100% going to give a shot myself, so I can give you guys an even more updated opinion. I just want to I want to hear what you guys have to think about Helm of the Overlord and Beastmaster, or maybe Lycan as well on that note. I definitely think there's quite a bit of potential here, and yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to think. Also, say what builds you've been trying. What do you think is good? I have a full list of heroes I didn't put in this video that I want to talk about in the future, so like, I have a lot of ideas as well, but I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching the entire patch video. All you beasts out there, you know what I'm talking about, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace! And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the GameLeap website, where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace!